Hey FlossTube, I'm Kathleen and this is StitchuationNormal episode 34. Welcome to my cross-stitch channel. I'm Kathleen and I live in Southern Ontario and I love to talk about cross-stitch and things related and unrelated to cross-stitch. So welcome if you're new and welcome back if you're an old friend. Some of you have been binging lately, which is awesome. I don't know what that would be like to binge my channel. I feel like it'd be like a lot of energy and I don't know. I feel like that might be too much, but I guess not because you guys keep watching, so that's awesome. I have a fully finished object for real this time, not like last time when I faked you guys out. I've got contest winners. I'm doing another Pass the Stash today. I've got WIPS, which I'm calling Big Bad Barrick Bonanza Blowout. I don't know. I gotta work on that. There's gotta be a better name for what I did, but you'll find out what I did. And yeah. Oh, save the stitches today. So I'm just gonna do a little life update. The boys are at school. Woo, woo. I felt like that deserved two because my life has drastically changed. This is like their 4th day back to school and it's just such a different way to live and I love it and I hope it never changes, but it might, and if it does I'll adapt. But I've been more productive like in one day than I have been in a week when they've been home, so it just feels so good to have them back at school. They love being at school. We've had beautiful September weather. It's like the sun is out but it's a nice breeze, and I had my birthday. Thank you everyone for the wishes. I did do a new start, so you will see what I chose. Oh, they're putting in new windows over 2 houses down, so if you hear banging, that's just beautiful new windows going in for a neighbor of mine. My birthday, yeah, it was good. My mom came over and watched the boys so that I could go and kickbox in the morning because my husband, this is like a really busy time for my husband for work, so he was not home. So normally he's home and I can just go, but my mom came, which was nice because it was my birthday too. So came home and then I started my new cross stitch start, and then we ordered food for dinner from this place that I love, and I had the tortellini, the Alfredo sauce tortellini. I'm saying it weird. I don't know why I'm saying it weird, but anyways, delicious. And ice cream cake. I am a Dairy Queen girl, like Dairy Queen ice cream cake, that's my cake. And every year I don't know when it started, but most of my life, I think I only started getting ice cream cakes when I was 7. They're very expensive, right? So like that was part of my present when I was younger because I insisted on it. My mom used to make cakes. So if I was getting the ice cream cake, that would have to be part of my present, sort of. Then eventually it just became custom, which I love that it became the custom. Anyways, I love the Blizzard cakes, like, because it's vanilla on the bottom as well as on the top. I don't like chocolate ice cream. It doesn't taste good to me. I love chocolate. We know I love chocolate, but don't like the chocolate ice cream. So I'll get like the Reese's cup one. Anyways, don't know when this tradition started, but every year my family of origin would say, oh, we couldn't get the cake this year, or like something went wrong with the cake every year, and I would fall for it every year. I don't know why, but now I don't fall for it anymore, but like a couple years ago I still fell for it, and they just laugh and think it's so funny, and I'm like, this isn't funny. I want ice cream cake. So yeah, that sounds like I'm a spoiled brat, but I'm not. In some ways I probably am. But anyways, had my cake and that was it. It was pretty low-key. I get really stressed out on my birthday because like I said, it's like the busy time for my husband, it's back to school for the kids, it's a busy time for me for work, so it's like I just feel weird celebrating, but whatever. I did what I wanted to do, which was kickbox and cross stitch, so it was a good day. That was a lot about my birthday. I didn't mean to talk that much. Volleyball has started, so the league that I play in has started, and I couldn't sit without hurting because I was so sore for like 4 days after volleyball. Even though I'm kickboxing 3 times a week, it's just different muscles, and like, oh, if I had to sit, I'd be like, ugh, like lots of groans, lots of like, ugh. So I hope no one makes a sound bite out of those sounds they just made. Anyways, yeah, volleyball. Okay, so an update. Remember last week I talked about that haul that a woman in the D-Stash group had, and I was like, where was it? And it ended up being my thrift store that she found like a stack, like maybe 2 stacks of like the best charts. So I did order one from her and it came, and I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm still gonna do a haul at the end, but I wanted to show this now because it's a little bit of an update. Okay, so I picked this from Where Stitchers Gather by the Victoria Sampler, which I thought was a really beautiful little piece. And like, look at all the things you can do with it. I have another chart from the Victoria Sampler that my sister got for me when she was in Victoria. But like the stitches in here, I'm like, look at this like instructional section. I'm just like, whoa. I didn't want to show too much, but I'm like, yikes. Look at that, isn't that so pretty? So it's like intimidating to me, but I really want to stitch this, so I think it'd be beautiful. So anyways, the woman that found the stash, she sent me that, and she sent me a really beautiful note, and it said, "Hi Kathleen, sorry, not really sorry. You missed out on these. Keep in touch, and when I finish, I can pass them to you, okay?" Which was so sweet, because she's a local stitcher, so I would like to get together with her. And then she threw in this one, Winter Quakers by Rosewood Manor. How sweet was that? She had another one, and she was like, when you're done, and I'm done that one, we can switch. So she sent me her Instagram, so we follow each other on Instagram now, and I just thought that was so kind of her. And like, after I was like, if I found them, I wouldn't, but she was so nice. So it's so fun to connect and meet local stitchers, because she really doesn't live that far from me. So I just wanted to update you on that story, because I couldn't believe what she found. If you don't know what she found at the thrift store, go back to the last video and watch, because it was insane. So that's the update. Comments, Mew was really the star of last week's video, and a lot of you gave her some love. It went to her head, so I had to knock her down a peg and bring her down to reality, because she just thought she was top dog. Doesn't work. She's a cat. Anyways, you know what I mean. No, it was, she made me laugh so hard when I was trying to edit that video, and I was like, Mew, what the heck? She was like right in front. Her eye was like right here. Anyways, yes, it was fun. Thanks for the love for Mew. Oh, and several of you gave me a hair compliment because I curled my hair, so thank you for the hair compliment. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, and there's no Canadian shop feature this week. That's because I have a Save the Stitches. So, I was at, okay, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about thrift stores. I find that Christian thrift stores seem to have the most stitch stuff, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. And I'm not gonna expand on that, but that's what I have found. That's where I've had the most luck, are Christian thrift stores. So I found this at a Bibles for Missions thrift store, and it was $5. And there we go, you can see that. It is a Paula Vaughn quilting, what is it? Let me see, I think I wrote down quilting lessons. So it's one of the leisure art leaflets, and it's just framed beautifully, I thought. I actually like this old wood color. Okay, the back, I don't know if someone tried to like take it out or something. I don't know what happened. Like, there's a little hair here, so I might take it out and get the hair out. It's right here where my finger is. Am I showing you? Yeah, that probably didn't show you anything. Well, anyways, there's just like a tiny little hair that I kind of want to get out. I looked, sorry, I get blown out every time I move. I looked for initials, but I couldn't find initials on this at all, which bothers me a lot. And like, my mom even looked, and I don't see any, so. But there's so many cute little details. Like, so if you look on the quilting here, there's like some like dimension to it. Like, they had like some French knots in there, and I don't know. I just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So that was my $5, sorry for the loud banging of the paper, my $5 thrift find. I'm gonna hang this up. I'm not sure where yet, but I will be hanging this up. I think it's so beautiful. It's stitched on Aida, and whoever stitched it did a really lovely job. I like the framing, I like the mat, I like that little like dusty rose mat. Even though it's dated, I don't care, I love it. So we'll see. I'll post a picture on my Instagram if I find a spot for it to hang, so then you can see where I put it in my house. But that's save the stitches. We gotta save them. I don't save everyone. Sometimes I'll just post a picture on my Insta story just so you can see, but I want to save it if I'm going to hang it and show it off, because someone else might want to save it. They might like it more than I do, so, but like, we want to save them. So I don't know. I don't feel like the person who stitched that has passed away. Isn't that weird that I think that? Normally I'm like, oh yeah, I think they're gone. I don't think that person has passed away. So, but if they do, then I feel like their spirit will be like, okay, that's been saved. That Polyvon that I spent so long on, I can move on to the other side. No more unfinished business. I don't know. That's just me. That's my weird thoughts that I have. Okay, now I have my own fully finished object. It's not a joke. It is not a prank. I finally framed Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. And here it is. I'm smiling so big because I just love it. I love this frame. It's a thrifted frame, so there's a couple dings in it, so I'm probably going to try and cover those up, find like a marker or something that's like the same color. But this was a $4 thrift store frame, and I love it. I love how it looks. I'm not... Framing it was terrible. I did not have a great time framing this. No. I couldn't center it. I just have such a hard centering. So here's the problem with it. Because of the count that I stitched it on, there's like no room at the bottom or top. So there's like this much room on either side, but the top and bottom was gonna be tight for this size frame, and I put it in a bigger frame and it just didn't look good. It needed a smaller frame. So unless I was gonna go custom, this is what I settled on. And I am happy with it. I guess I'll do one of these so you can get the full effect. It was like almost impossible, because then I'd put too much of this under, like, or too much of this over, or then it'd be too far to this side, and oh my gosh. And then I finally get it perfect, and I'd accidentally like put my hand here and pop it out the back before I like secured it. So it's not really secured well, sorry. This is like, I need to cut it, but I'm like scared to cut it. I don't know why. I've always had this fear that I'm gonna cut it, and like, what if this isn't its final resting place, and I've cut it and it can't go in another frame? Like, I think that's called anxiety, but whatever. It's just, I'm not ready, but I'm almost ready. So here it is. I'm very proud of myself. This is like, I don't know. I feel like this is really fancy. I know that it's not really fancy, but I feel like it is. Like, I can't wait to hang it up. I don't know where I'm gonna hang it up. I think I want to secure the back a little bit better before I do hang it up, but I love it. I had it like sitting on my thing, on my like waiting to show in the video, and Mew was laying on top of it. I didn't do glass. I did batting. There's batting behind it. Oh, I had it perfect, and then I'm like, oh, I need to put batting in, so they had to undo it when I finally got it perfect, and then it took like a million other tries. It took like a good hour, I would say, to do this. So, and I'm not patient. That's the problem, is that if I was patient, I wouldn't even, but I'm like, come on, do it this time. Lazy, you know, shortcuts, whatever. So anyways, this is stitched on 28 count light taupe Lugana, and I used the called for DMC with the exception of the grays. All of these colors, I switched them for lighter colors because I didn't like how dark it was. So this is it. You can see the 2021 is in there. You can see the K for Kathleen. And it is my first of the Beatles series. So I'm not done showing it off. Here you go, see it on this side too. Yeah, I'm happy. I love it. I don't know why I won't cut the fabric. I'm gonna have to cut the fabric because it needs to be like secured in, and anyways. So that's my fully finished object. I have WIPS. This is, okay. I called it, what did I call it? I called it Big Bad Barrick Bonanza Blowout. The blowout doesn't add up. But I did work on only Kathy Barrick pieces the last 2 weeks. So if you don't like Kathy Barrick, first of all, I don't understand you. And second of all, you're not gonna like what's coming next. So I'll just start with this. This is my oldest whip, my mother's house, and I've really been motoring on it the last couple weeks, I wanna say. So this week I got the bottom done. So this is what it looks like right now. And I worked on this part. I filled it all in black, and I put in all the lettering and the flowers. Yep, I got it all. And I added in, it says, "There is no place like my mother's house, built 1973," because that is the year that my parents got married. So that's gonna be the origin for this. It's gonna have my mom's initials and mine, but it's also gonna have her mom's initials, my dad's mom's initials, my husband's mom's initials, her mom's initials, and my father-in-law's mother's initials. It's gonna have all the moms from me and my family through my husband's, because I don't know, because that's what I thought. I don't really know why I thought that. I think because it's like my mother-in-law is like a mother to me and my husband's mother for sure. So it's like this piece will be like a family piece is what it is. So that was my work on it. This is stitched on 25 count Lugana, cream Lugana, and I'm stitching it 3 strands over 2. And it's with the DMC, the called for DMC. So, woo! Barrick Bonanza #1. And then it was my birthday start, so I chose Pieces of Old by Kathy Barrick. This is a PDF download, so if this isn't printed nicely, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, yeah, so I worked on this just on my birthday, and I got this butterfly, and the first butterfly, so it's this one where my middle, I did a middle start. I've been middle starting a lot. I guess I should smile sometimes in case I want that for my, it's not gonna be the one that I use for my video, but anyways. So that's my start. This is on, I think it looks pretty white. It's a mystery fabric that I thrifted, and it had something started on already, and I frogged it out so that I could use it. Just for perspective, that's how much I got in. But then I'll zoom in for you. There we go, butterfly. Yeah, so I was excited to have a new start, and I do love these colors. Like this orange and blue together is like it. And then I thought, okay, so then after I did that start, I was like, am I doing it? Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna just go all in Kathy Barrick? And I was like, I don't know. But I just pulled out Riley Harbor by Kathy Barrick. And I put in a little house here and I started another house. These houses, every time, I said this last time I worked on this, every time I'm like, okay, I'll just do like these 3 houses in a couple days, and then no, I'm like 4 days or 5 days I got these 2 done. Maybe it was 4 days, I don't know, but I'm like, wow. So this is stitched on, I think it's an 18 count Fiddler's Light, which is an Aida, and I'm using the called for DMC with the exception of the Whale, which I've used a hand dye by Rolanda color, and these Waves, which is an Almond M&M's silk. So this is an over dyed floss, and this is a silk hand dyed. So that's what I've got. I'm really liking it. I liked that we added in this like reddish color. I added in the reddish color, which is called for. The called fors are silks, and I'm doing the DMC, which is fine. I think I'm a DMC enthusiast, as Betsy Clegger would say. She's a silk enthusiast, I'm a DMC enthusiast. So, number 3 of the Barrick Bonanza. And then I was like, okay, I want to do a new start. Fall is coming. I would like to have some fall WIPs to work on. I only have 1, and it's pumpkins for sale, which I'm like about halfway through. So I was like, okay, I need to start some new fall ones. I'm probably not going to finish them, but I would like to at least have some so that come fall next year, I have some things I can pull out and be like, oh, I'm gonna work on this fall piece. So then I was like, okay, that's when I made the decision. It's happening. I'm going full blown Barrick Bonanza. And I started this big bad Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain little ditty, and it's huge, and I love it. Again, this is a PDF download, so quality might not be great, but I have a tiny little start on it. which is this. It's the moon. It's a middle start. I guess I should show you where it is. Top of the moon to ya. That's what it is. It's the top of the moon. Hang on, what am I showing you? Yeah, I did like these little guys and the black filling in there. So I'm gonna start with the moon. Baby steps, because this is how big it is. Ooh, can't even see it all. God's a baddie. That's a big, bad Barrick Bonanza. Not Bonanza. I don't know. I've just gone full-blown Barrick. That's what it is. Here it is. That's the start. So this is 32 count vintage country mocha linen that I'm stitching it on 2 strands over 2. And yeah, I just thought, you know what? You need to start. It's a big one. And you should start at some point. So I'm starting now. It might take me a few years, we'll see, but I cut the wrong size linen the first time around and I'm like, oh, it's not that big. And then I realized, oh, that's only half the size. Oops, then I had to cut another piece. Luckily I had a full yard of this and I was able to do that. And like, this is the color list for it. So I'm doing the DMCs. There's always the needlepoint silk, but like I say, I'm a DMC enthusiast, so that's what I like to work with. Okay, so we did WIPS. What else do we have to discuss? Stitch friends and non-stitch friends. I've got some haul, some stitch kindness. We've got the giveaway winner still, and my plans. I am going to be starting a couple more, I think maybe 3 more fall starts. So that's like next week I'm probably going to have started another fall piece, and probably like through fall I will just every couple weeks start a new one. I have one that I think I'll be able to get done, and we'll see. I'll show you next week what that is. Okay, let me show you some haul because this is also part of my plans, but I'm not starting this anytime soon. So I finally ordered, we don't have the Canadian shop mentioned, but I will mention a Canadian shop right now that I haven't mentioned, and it is one that probably a lot of Canadian stitchers and non-Canadian stitchers know, because we have Caroline off the Grid Needle Arts. She's a floss tuber and she has a shop called Evertotes, and I finally ordered from it. I ordered the Leo and Roxy floss line. Well, I didn't order the line, but I ordered like this blue line. So let's see how that shows up. Bloop, wrong way. There we go. So these are, I think it's like a full skein size is what I believe. Can we see? There we go. Now you can see the blues. And they are hand dyed, over dyed, if you will. So this was like a set of blues that I bought. There is Planetarium, and then Just Navy, Royale. I think there's 2 different kinds of Royale, but this is the one that came with the blues. The blue set is called Blue Time Collection. Cinderella and Winterscape. So the reason I ordered the set of blue is because I was pulling flosses for Eleanor Rigby, which is probably the next in the Beatles set, like the Blackbird Beatles series that I'm gonna do. And so I was choosing some blues to kind of like maybe use for this piece. I don't know. We'll see, but that was my plan. So I was like, I finally ordered for them, came really quickly, really reasonably priced, I would say. And yeah, like Caroline has bags that you can buy, like project bags. And this is the Leo and Roxy. They dye yarn, but then they also have the floss. So love them. Haven't tried stitching on them. I think it's GMC that's hand dyed, so I think it'll just be right up my alley. And yes, okay, so that's part of my haul. Then I went to the thrift store. Oh my gosh, guys. Went to the thrift store, picked up one of these. It was 50 cents. It's like a mini floss container. So like, and like you can fit your scissors in here and then your flosses for like larger projects. So I might put Autumn at Lazy Bear Mountain. I might put all the floss in here. But for 50 cents, I was like, you can't go wrong with that. And then they had this. It's like a kit. It says, "Be kind to Mother Earth," and I love it. Like, I don't necessarily love the lace, but I really love this little vintagey piece. I don't think there's a year on it, but wait, it says 2010 Earth. But her picture does not that does not say 2010 to me. So maybe that's just the number of this one, the name of the chart. Who knows? And then this bag was $1. Look at all the fun goodies in there. There's the Krynic, Floss. I don't know. Is this for sewing machines? Heck if I know. But like just a fun little bag of floss to go through. So that was $1. I have to prove it to you. $1. So I got that, and then I don't know what I was thinking, guys, but like I do want to quilt one day. And I showed on my Instagram stories like all these like quilt shapers like that you would cut your fabrics out on. I didn't buy any of them because I was like, okay, I'm not there yet, but this might be something for me. It was a $4 bag of like already cut quilt things. And I was like, I really like some of these fabrics. Like I love this fabric, and can you see okay this? So I grabbed it, and then there was also like this quilt in a bag, $5. And like, look, they've cut everything, and like it has pins in it, which I don't know why it would have pins in it because I don't know anything about quilting, but like there's lines on it. I don't know. So like one day I might make a quilt, and might start with this. Save the quilts. It's not as good as Save the Stitches, but you get the drift. You get my drift. Okay, so then I got that. And then what else do we have? Okay, so I don't know. This video is probably gonna have like a paid sponsorship little strip at the top at the beginning. I've never done that before, but I mentioned last video that I wanted to do more beading, and then I got one of those emails on like from YouTube. I don't know. It's like a company, and it's like, do you want to partner with us? And I always say no, or I don't say anything at all, but they had like a lot of bead stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay, I want to. So I did, and they sent me a whole bunch of stuff. So I got to choose. So I was like, if the kids want to do beadwork, I got like the SpongeBob and is it Squidward? My kids would be so mad right now. They're like, that's not Squidward, that's whatever, the other guy, I don't know. I think it's Squidward though. I think I'm pretty good. Strawberry, Mario, these are all bead kits. So I'll show you kind of what it looks like. And then I'm gonna send someone one. Okay, this is like, so it is the Aida, and it's stamped on, and it comes with the floss in the back and all the beads. I'm like, look at those beads. Mostly I was like, I can just do so much with these beads. Like there's no way you're gonna use up all these beads. And I like I said, I want to start like doing more beads. I bought that Mill Hill, and then I was like, yeah, what the heck, let's do this. So like here, here's a little strawberry. It's a keychain. So I'm opening it. Sorry, this isn't something that's gonna be happening regularly on my channel at all. I just wanted to do this one. So like, look, how stinking cute is that? And it comes with all the beads and everything and the instructions, and it's just like simple little kits. And I was like, I got a bunch for myself, and then I got a bunch for the kids, like I said, Baymax, because we've got some big Hero 6 fans in this house. I'm like, and then if the kids want to, then they can do them too. So anyhow, I ordered them all. The company is called Easy Craft Art, and I'm gonna link them in the description box below so that if you want to order from them, it's like, it's nice to have, you know, if the kids are gonna do it, not a Mill Hill. I mean, maybe, but I feel like they may not finish it. So like these at least are like something that might appeal to them, and also you're not too worried because it's pretty inexpensive. So that's my little side note. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna do that every time, obviously. I wanted to try some more beads, so they sent me the beads, and then I just had to say that. I had to put it on the video because I'm an honest girl, okay? Everything else that I share, no one's paying me for it. I just do. So I don't feel guilty, but I look like I feel guilty, but I don't. Anyways. Okay, fun stuff, fun stitch stuff. Back to that. We have some giveaway winners. Oh, no, I have Stitch Kindness. Okay, I need to get to the bottom of this. A beautiful viewer, who I don't know, because they didn't put their name, sent me this thread pouch. It is a vinyl front, has a thread bed, and it has little dragonflies on it, and I absolutely love it. And this for, I think you can put your threads on this as well, thread keep. That's like macrame. Whoever sent this to me, thank you so much. I think they're from Canada because it looked like a Canada stamp. This is my detective work. And they had my address already, but I still couldn't figure out who it was. And it just said happy birthday. So thank you so much to whoever this was. Please let me know who you are so I can thank you properly. And I wanted to show you that. How cute. And then, oops, this is on a Ziploc. Liz, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, sent me a birthday present as well. She sent me this cute little happy birthday card and some fabric. This fabric is 36 count fiber on a whim, affogato, fat eighth. It's a 13 by 18 piece so that we can do our birds of a feather bitter flower piece. So she sent me this fabric, so we might be doing a stitch along to that. So if you have bitter flower, like, just maybe get it ready because we might be doing that. We have a couple things we need to do stitch alongs for. Come on, Liz, we gotta do it. We just have so much to talk about that we don't remember. And then she sent me her famous needle minder. It says Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. So cute. And she sent me this adorable little tin so I can put like my scissors or my needles or whatever. Actually, I'm gonna put my needles in here. I have them in like a weird bag. I'm gonna put them in here. That's what I'm gonna put in here because it has the needles on it and that would be useful. And then this is like, I kept staring at this when she sent it. I just kept staring at it like the whole day because I couldn't believe it. It's so cute. It's a little pillow. It's a friend's pillow that she made. Like, can you hear that? It's like so fun to play with. And it says friends. And then on the back she put, oops, she put K plus E. E is for Elizabeth in case you're like, oh, why didn't she put L? And like, look at the little rickrack and the velveteen or velvet, I don't know. But I love it. Like, so stinking cute. And I don't let my kids touch it because they have dirty hands and I love it so much. So I love it. Thanks, Liz. I would never stitch something and give it to Liz because my stitching's so bad, and like, maybe I would, because then it would be like part of the charm of it is that it was bad. It's just part of its charm. That's what I'm gonna say from now on. Anyways, okay, so that was that. Now let's get to the giveaway. I did my stitch kindness from you beautiful people out there, and let's do this. Okay, so the first thing we had was this blue piece of fabric, and it was from Chantal Dupuis, who's in Ottawa. She's an Ottawa stitcher, and she painted this herself. It's paintwithstitches.com is her website. And I did YouTube random comment generator, and the winner of the fabric is Deanna Ellett, who said her favorite thing about September is the cooler temperatures and the blue sky. So you just had to say blue, and that's what she said to win this piece. So contact me via my email address, which is in the description box below, and I will mail that to you. And then the other winner was for this Bent Creek Snapper color red, and that went to Kim Pickup, who said her favorite thing about September is the start of school and the changing leaf colors and cozy jumpers. I'm so ready for sweaters. I actually pulled out a sweater the other morning because it was 12 degrees, so I was like, okay, we're doing this. So anyway, send me a message. Congratulations on winning, and I will email you if I don't hear from you in the next couple weeks, and I might draw another winner. Okay, I'm gonna do one more Pass the Stash because Save the Stitches was this beautiful Paul Yvonne. I thought, I have that chart because I love Paul Yvonne, so I'm like, if someone wants to have this in their home, they want to do the work, what the heck, I'm gonna pass the stash. I'm gonna pass on quilting lessons. It's book 14, Leisure Arts leaflet, and if you want, you can stitch this. It's in pretty good shape. I actually have two. So I have one that I'm gonna keep with all my Paul Yvonnes that I like looking at them. It's part of the hobby, right, is looking at it. But I have two of it, so I have two of it and the real deal, so I think it's time to pass this on. So if you want this Paul Yvonne, probably from the 80s or 90s, probably 90s I would say, the inside of the chart is like, it's nice. I love when there's color, I love when it's clear to see, so if you want to win that, just say quilting, or quilt. Let's just keep it quilt. Quilt or quilting, either way I'll find it. In the description box, be 18, don't say giveaway. And I think that's all I need you to do. Oh, like, subscribe, and like I said, leave the comment with the word quilt. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, video. We did the video. I was like really nervous for some reason there. At the end, I always feel like I'm forgetting something. That's just everything I do ever. Something was knocking. Anyways, thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me. I would drive my family mental if I talked about all this stuff to them all day, every day, which sometimes I do, but it's fine. That's part of my charm, right? Let's just add that to everything. Whenever you say something bad about yourself, I want you to just add, but it's part of my charm to it, okay? Like, I'm so depressed, but it's part of my charm. No, if you feel like you're so depressed, talk to your doctor. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. I can't believe we're at episode 34. I'm gonna pop this up and just say, if you want to chat, I'm on Instagram at StitchuationNormal, or you can email me. My email address will be in the description box below. Check the links below because I'm gonna link everybody that I mentioned, and that's it. Keep stitching your story, and I will see you next time. Bye.